717 here. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive right into a collective message for divine masculines and divine feminines. I feel like I want to tap into the connection between you two, okay? I am getting the energy around like restriction, okay? Somebody feels restricted. I'm picking up heavy here that it is the divine masculines, okay? I haven't done a karmic reading in a while, and I'm feeling like a tie. I'm feeling a knot. So many of you might be annoyed by like a knot in something, or maybe that's come up recently. I don't know if that could be significant to some of you, but that's what I'm feeling, the energy of like a knot, okay? Someone feels like they're tied down tightly, and it's starting to become frustrating. We have detachment and we have cold for the divine masculine collective. So some of you have a divine masculine here that is going through some really harsh times, some really cold times. They're starting to feel like they're detached from someone, and this restricted feeling that I'm feeling is that like in their karmic situation, I feel like ever since they've met you, divine feminine, they have had someone tie them down tight, because that is the image I just keep seeing in my mind, okay? And then on top of making that one tie, like that first one, you get like the second one that's a knot, like a knotted shoelace. You know how annoying that can be when you're just like, damn, I knotted my shoelace? So someone feels like they're stuck in something that they can't get out of, or you're really gonna have to like have some patience here, slow down and take your time to untie this knot. So that's the energy here that I'm getting. Like I feel like many of them may be experiencing a lot of detachment, coldness. So what it looks like when I peek in on this karmic situation of your divine masculine here is things are starting to become distant and cold, okay? I'm channeling a 112 song here. Why do I keep hearing that? What is this? Numbers in your pocket. I remember when you used to throw those things away. Why do you want to keep in touch now? Oh, that's an interesting one. Baby, you know you can call me anytime. Anything you need, I will give it to you. That's how much I care for you. Wanna act now, never call me back now. Okay, so I'm seeing like a triangle, okay? I don't know, over you. Check out the song by 112, Gotta Get Through This. Baby, it's a shame we gotta go through this. We don't even talk, girl, we don't even kiss. I never would have thought we'd be breaking up like this, but it's over now. No, that's what it's called. It's Over Now by 112. Okay, so that's where this cold, detached energy comes from. Okay, so if you guys listen to that song, it kind of paints a picture of what is going on there. Baby, it's a shame we gotta go through this. We don't even talk, girl, we don't even kiss. I never would have thought we'd be breaking up like this. So I feel like it's over. Like it is over in a situation, and it's not that you're the cause of this, divine feminine, but I do have to tell you that that's how a lot of people are feeling right now from your divine masculine side, okay? It could be the karmic, it could be even like your divine masculines. Your energy here is coming up really strong. What's going on with the divine feminines? Because I'm minding my business. As soon as I started talking about the divine feminines, as soon as I said that, where I'm like, it's not that you're the cause. I heard you guys straight up being like, Twintuitive, don't even, because I have been minding my business. Well, I'll tell you guys what. It's because you've been minding your own business that this has been going on. Okay, it's because you guys chose yourselves. It's because you chose to, tear yourself away from this, that somebody is now going through it. I feel like you left somebody to deal with their mess. That's what happened. Okay, because the more that you stayed in this situation, the more you realize that, wait a second. I'm putting someone in a good mood here, and they're going home and taking that good mood to really cope with that situation. So what happens when I remove my energy completely, and then we have this cold and detachment energy going on, okay? What's going on with the divine feminines? You guys are like, I am minding my business, okay? This summer was my glow up to intuitive. I am experiencing growth in every way, in every word, sorry, of the sense, okay? Spiritual growth, like mental growth, discipline, you know, pulling away from this. That was growth for many of you on the journey. So this was you guys minding your business. You're like, listen, I was out in Cali, bro. I was enjoying the sunset. I was cooling out in Cali, okay? Some of you were cooling out in Cali. California might be significant for some of you. Maybe some of you visited California. You guys are enjoying the sunrise, the sunset. You're slowing down, enjoying the finer things in life. You're investing into yourself. So I feel like you guys are backing away. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with this cold detachment, sort of breakup, whatever's going on in there. But I feel like you guys might have been the catalyst for it for sure. Let's get some more on the Divine Masculine Collective. What's going on with the Divine Masculine Collective? What are they experiencing in their situation? What's next after this cold and detachment energy? Okay, so confusion and illusions. So maybe they are taking off the rose-colored glasses. I'm hearing no shame as well for some of them. So I feel like for a lot of them, they might have endured this because there was a sense of shame with breaking up or with ending the situation. What would people say? What would our parents think? But I feel like somebody's sick and tired of feeling like, I don't give a fuck what anybody would think or anybody would say. Like, I'm the one that's suffering here. I'm the one living under all of these illusions. At the end of the day, people get to go back home into their house safe and happy in their own lives, but I'm sitting here living this lie. And I feel like Neptune's kicking someone's ass when it comes to maybe like putting on a mask, right? Walking around with these ridiculous glasses on, looking stupid. That's like how they're feeling. Because I think, like, you know, okay, the thing that I see is like someone's getting sick and tired of like leaving the house to be around other people, and it's like that's when you put on a mask and you're happy, and it's like you have to return home, and then when you take off that mask, it's like you're just not happy. It's like, wait a minute, home is supposed to be your safe haven, your happy place. Home shouldn't be the place that you go home to and then you're like, damn, I just want to leave because of the person that you're sharing that space with. So that's kind of what it's looking like there, guys. I feel like somebody is maybe uncovering a lot of the illusions they've been living under, and I don't know, maybe it's time. Okay, what's next for the Divine Masculines? Okay, rejection, loss, and fragmented. Okay, this could be the karmic energy as well. This energy feels very heavy to me, where someone is latching on or holding on or suffocating someone else. That's why I feel like the tying down, because someone doesn't want to feel the loss. Somebody doesn't want to feel rejected. Your masculines are realizing that they've been under the illusion of like being a roommate with someone, or you're just in a relationship with someone to pay for their room and board, and there's no passion there, there's no future there. It's like you should be going places spiritually, you know, there should be some sense of growth, you know, some sense of future. Ooh, future outlook is what I saw very clearly in my head. Your Divine Masculines can't see a future outlook with this person, so they're feeling like, what's the point? And there you are experiencing all of this growth, Divine Feminine. You may be minding your business, but they both minding your business, okay? And you're triggering them because it's like, why the hell can't we do that? They're Divine Feminines, they're doing it all by her goddamn self. You know, living this life of authenticity mixed in with, you know, a lot of true passion. Like, it's genuine passion. Yet you got two people working together here, and it still can hold to that vibration. So I feel like that's the illusion that they may be under, and that's something that they're wanting to leave behind. Like, I feel like it's becoming stagnant now. Let's get them tarot messages and see what advice the universe has for them in terms of the action steps, okay? All right, your best course of action, Divine Masculines, your best course of action. We're going to focus on you because the Divine Feminine said she already minded her business. She don't want nothing to do with this. You guys are facing it on your own. We do see the Tower coming out. But we do have Temperance with the Tower, so maybe the Tower could be very, very necessary. I feel like this is a tower that somebody's like, please fall down, Tower. Like, can we have somebody excavate this, dig it up, make it crumble, make it fall so that I can experience just more harmony or more balance. Someone's realizing that they're maybe better off alone. Do you think you're better off alone? Talk to me. Okay, we have the Four of Swords here. Okay, so when I see the Four of Swords, I always think of like, okay, stagnancy. Or it like, okay, it's either like you feel really secure in your thoughts, or you know that something needs to shift because it's kind of like a mental prison. When I think about four, I think about a four walls, and it just really confirms here that what the tower that needs to fall is that home that feels like a mental prison. It doesn't feel good when you go home. You can't sleep at night. You have to sleep with one eye open. Many of your masculines too, at this very moment, like within like the last month, they've been experiencing crazy insomnia. Like they cannot go to bed because I feel like there is just so much to get prepared for, because they know that maybe this tower is coming. But there's also a sense of peace around this tower moment as well, because they know that it's going to create a chance for them to breathe. I'm hearing a Kelly Clarkson song, Since You've Been Gone, I Can Breathe for the First Time. Someone's realizing that like when someone's not around, they feel better. When this person's back, they feel stressed. They feel like they can't function. Okay, this is a time too where many of your masculines may be just very drawn to what it feels like to love you, Divine Feminine. Someone's partner's like away or on vacation, or I don't know, I feel like your masculine's experiencing like time away from someone, like in a karmic sense, and they're feeling a lot of peace. And for the first time ever, they're getting a chance to breathe and maybe think about their connection to the Divine Feminine. And I feel like someone's comparing the difference in the energy to what that feels like. This could also represent someone finally experiencing like rest and sleep after a long period of insomnia. Okay, many of you could have your masculines reaching out to you as well, because we have this tower moment going, and because they're trying to seek out balance, they could be like initiating contact with you again. I'm getting the message also for some of you that it's not that like I told you so, but they could feel that a little bit. Like many of them may be making their way back to you. And another thing I'm hearing about this I told you so energy is like I feel like you guys are holding space for them, Divine Feminine. I feel like in some way, shape, or form you guys have communicated, or you've maybe talked about foreseeing something like this happening, like a breakup in a sense, or just disconnection between two people. And it's coming to light. Okay, we have the Chariot, lots of major arcana here, and the Death. And then we also have that Two of Cups. So this definitely tells me here that someone, they're done being stagnant or feeling trapped in a relationship. It's like I shouldn't have to feel trapped in a relationship. When I'm in a relationship with someone, I should be feeling happy. I should be feeling like I'm not tied down or I'm not restricted. Someone's realizing that it's like I can't be in a relationship. I know you're minding your business, Divine Feminine, but I feel like what he's saying is like, how can I be in a relationship and I can't do what I want to do? I have really strong desires and feelings for somebody else. And the fact that I can't act on that, it's making me feel tied down. It's making me feel like I can't just move about in the world freely and authentically. And so I need to do that. I need to put a death to whatever's holding me back and move forward in a different direction, a direction that feels more like me. It feels more aligned with maybe like who it is I am now. These are all these big things that are coming up, and that's most likely why they've had a lot of insomnia, because this has been a long time coming. Let's get into some Romance Angels card with the Two of Cups there. What have you taught your Divine Masculines about love, Divine Feminine? What have you taught them about love? Okay, we have religious factors, that the person that you're spiritually connected to, that connection, it's influenced by like spirituality. Okay, and I feel like you've maybe taught them the importance of like feeling connected to someone rather than feeling like obliged to settle with someone. This is a message for many of you who have a Divine Masculines who They may have been in a karmic situation and they stayed in that relationship because it just fit. Like, it's the type of person that their parents wanted to see them with, or it was the type of person that they were attracted to based off of their old vibration, or like whatever the case is, they went along with this person because it was just like, I'm just gonna go with what I was raised with. And then the divine feminine steps on the scene and it's like, holy shit, I want that, whatever that is. Okay, I don't know what it's made up of, completely different than anything I've ever known in my entire life, but sign me up, I want that. And it completely goes against everything that they've either been like raised to, like, you know, like kind of maybe look for in like a partner. Like maybe they were always taught, like, it's like, hey, you have to like stick with, you know, like your race or your culture, or like, you know, I don't know, for some of you, like there could be so many different things that like religious factors touches on or triggers you guys, you know, both of you coming from two different worlds, West Side Story type of stuff. But when you see each other, it's like those things don't really matter. And I feel like that's what someone's starting to feel. That's why the Four of Swords here is really significant, because it's like, I feel trapped not only in this relationship but in all of these expectations. I'm sorry, honey. Guys, my mom gifted me this gorgeous beauty. It's called I believe it's called a Chinese, oh my god, okay, I totally forgot the name of it, but a red diamond, I think. But it's something, a Chinese something, a Chinese evergreen, that's it, a Chinese evergreen. Or like a red or pink diamond. She's so gorgeous, she's just so beautiful. Mom, if you're listening, thank you for this beauty. She went shopping, she's like, look what I got you. I'm like, oh my god, Mom, the stems are pink. She's like, I know, it's yours. So yeah, sorry to bump you like that, my beauty. But yeah, guys, like I really do feel like, you know, love is something between you two that not even like these circumstances, like they can stop. Okay, someone's done feeling like they're trapped in like all of these expectations from everybody around them. And another thing I'm getting is like, you guys are the talk of the town. I know you said your mind in your business, but I'm just trying to tell you, like, you know, these are all the things that you've taught them. Like, why do I even care? Why do I even care to please my family, to please like maybe even like friends? You know, you offer them like a different lifestyle. You offer them a different perspective, like a deeper perspective. You make them think differently. And divine feminine, to be quite honest, because religious factors is coming up, like you get them to maybe even like pull away from what it is their upbringing has always taught them. And I feel like this has always bothered people around them. Many of you have found that like friends and family have been the biggest karmics in your connections, but I'm telling you guys, it's because of this. Okay, it's because you're not your masculine's usual type and expectations according to family and friends. Okay, what else has the divine feminine taught the divine masculines about love? Okay, so we have separation. Okay, so time apart from your partner is on the horizon. This is you minding your business. There we go. So maybe you taught them boundaries. Okay, I feel like you standing in your power, you not accepting to be like a secret, or, you know, like you want this Two of Cups. You know, for many of you, you're not going to settle for anything less. And I feel like that's like a double kind of edged sword there with you and your masculine, because, you know, like with you not settling, it mirrors back to them that they're settling, is what I get out of that. Okay, so the separation represents you drawing boundaries, like time apart from you if you can't step up authentically, like in your own life. You know, like you can't even be authentic in your own life. You're not ready for a connection with me. I feel like that's what you're saying to them, divine feminine. Okay, and then we also have healing family issues. So this is definitely about your divine masculines choosing a karmic situation based off of like what they were raised to believe, and then staying in one based off of just like control. You know, maybe they need to forgive their parents because they feel like as they're grown now and as they've matured and they can stand on their own, they don't have to please anybody. And I feel like maybe some of them feel like they were kind of like forced into this connection, maybe by family. They're really having to forgive all of that because there's been a lot of heavy resentment for time wasted. okay? But maybe just your essence or your presence is teaching them, like, in order to move on, to really, really, truly move on, you gotta, you know, let that go. So, yeah, that is where we're at, Divine Feminine. I think we are going to get one more card, and then we're going to close off the reading because my phone is going a little bit crazy right now. But you're also teaching them to make the effort and to release their ex. Damn, you can't make this stuff up sometimes. Oof. But yeah, okay, make the effort. And I feel like great love is taking the steps that you're guided to take, but this is not about like great love for you. It's about great love for self. You know, it's got to start there. Like, forget pursuing you. That's why I feel like you're minding your own business. You're like, listen, you need to sort out your own mess. Like, you're not even loving on yourself by staying in something that's stagnant, by staying in something that's a lie. Like, you're not even being true to yourself. So you got to love on yourself and be true to yourself. So I feel like they're making the effort first by honoring themselves. Okay? And then, yeah, guys, eventually I feel that's why I was guided to do this reading, is that, you know, this is where they're at. Many of them are being guided to release someone that, yeah, maybe has held them back. There's no passion there. There's no love. And unfortunately, that's what, like, no, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but it's like that's what they want to experience since meeting you. You know, it's like you came in, Divine Feminine, and you showed them like a whole new world, a whole different world. So, yeah, that's what I have for you guys for this one. A really meaningful reading here in regards to what the Divine Masculines are currently going through, if this is your collective. All right, guys, so if you would like a personal session with me, be sure to check me out on hipseed.com. I would love to work with you guys one-on-one. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's it for today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, take care, guys. Bye.